It's not going to happen this year, but the folks at the National Hurricane Center will be looking at possibly starting this season on May 15th instead of June 1st. The reason, over the last several years, we're seeing more named tropical systems popping up before hurricane season even starts. After last year's whirlwind and busy hurricane season, news that meteorologists are talking about moving the start of the season to mid-May, not sitting well with some people.
It's very overwhelming. It's something that I don't want to hear. Like, who wants that? Nobody wants that.
The proposal was made during a hurricane conference in December, and it comes after 6 back-to-back seasons that had tropical systems forming in May.
I think it is a little concerning. I think it really speaks to how climate change is really exacerbating some of the weather extremes that we're seeing.
Last year, 2 tropical storms were identified before June 1st. Dr. Keith Blackwell is a meteorology professor at South Alabama and a hurricane expert. He says we've been in an active phase of the Atlantic hurricane cycle for about 25 years, meaning many seasons have been above average.
People may attribute this, oh my goodness, the climate's changing, here we go. Well, we don't know that. We don't know that the season is extending itself.
The National Hurricane Center says many of the May systems are short-lived that are being identified because of better monitoring and changes to how storms are being named. Dr. Blackwell says the change could also help with making sure people are ready.
It's always best when hurricane season does start, always best to be prepared.
While the season won't be moved up this year, the National Hurricane Center will begin issuing tropical weather outlooks on May 15th to provide better info on what's happening in the tropics. And I want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith now into the conversation. Jason, some meteorologists are talking this may not be related to global warming. What's your take?
Well, there's so many other factors. We do know that the water temperatures are warmer than average, but we also have to take into account upper level wind shear and atmospheric moisture. So there are a lot of different ingredients there that may or may not be attributed to warmer water temperatures.
Well, let me ask you this. There are more storms coming earlier, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're stronger.
No, because the early part of the season, May, which is going to be part of the new season, June and July, normally we see systems that are not as strong as the catastrophic hurricanes that we see in August, September, October, closer to the peak.
Lots of stuff for those meteorologists at the National Hurricane Center to look at.